Alright, so today we're going to be working on a Bang & Olufsen Beosystem 2500. And if you're here on the channel, you probably already know quite a bit about this machine. If you don't, please post in the comments and I'll be able to answer anything that comes up. So today we're going to be installing a radio data system board, or an RDS board. It just showed up from the UK via eBay, and I'm very excited to get this thing going. So without further ado, let's get the device into the service position by taking off the back, and we're going to install the plug-and-play board. And one more thing, before I start the installation, I just wanted to show what the tuner is currently displaying. Let's see. So it just shows the conventional data. If we step up the different presets, we don't have any RDS data showing. So Bang & Olufsen offered this little board as a dealer install option sometime in the 90s and maybe into the 2000s. I'm honestly not entirely sure. There really isn't very much information about these units out there. But I was lucky enough to find one on eBay recently from the seller Obscure Eclectics rather, over in the UK. And came with all the wires attached. These three wires here. There's a 3-contact, a 4-contact, and a 2-contact, or 2-conductor rather. And this little caddy here that will allow you to install the board over the current American tuner or conventional tuner. So let's get this machine going. Alright, so if you have the optional bracket, we're going to be taking off the first screws here and every screw on the back that keeps this housing plate on. Something important to note as well is that when you're screwing these back in, you don't want to over tighten them because you can crack the threads. I've done that with a parts unit by accident before. And also to note, these screws in here are going to be flathead, whereas these on the top are going to be Torx T10. So with all the screws removed, if you pull from the bottom corners, you can start to shimmy the cover off. Unfortunately, I only have one hand here. I'm not going to be able to show the full removal, but it just takes a little bit of time to free the back now that the screws are off. Alright, and this is what everything looks like with the back off. So next step in the process is to remove the Phillips head screw up here, Phillips head screw there, and then there are several screws on the bottom that I'll show you to take the power supply board off. And that will give us access to the tuner board. Okay, so now we've removed this screw that has a grounding strap on it that seems to have, oh, there we go. As you can see, the power supply board is starting to come out. There's a grounding wire in here that we need to make sure is on the other side here. Let's see. So the grounding wire will go like that. This screw and that screw, and then as you can see, the power board is now starting to come loose. So I'm going to make space and lift that up. Also mind out for these two little prongs down here. So you want to basically pull the board up and out of them. And then, let's see if I can do this with one hand. There we go. So this is basically where we're going to be working. This is the conventional tuner here. And as you can see, there are 4 screw holes for the RDS module bracket, and then we have let's see, a 3-contact RDS cable jack there, a 4-pin RDS cable jack there, and then there's an RDS, I think, power jack right there as well. So we're going to be plugging those in, and it should be a plug-and-play operation. Alright, so after depressing these plastic trunnions, there's one there and one hidden in there. We freed the board, but we have to take these wires off in order to install the RDS board screws on the other side. So we're going to be taking this wire off, this one, and this one. So we're going to have to note to put those back correctly. So now we have the board up and freed. You can see how the RDS caddy will sit down on top like this once we take the screws out and install them. And I'll show you where the wires go. Alright, so now we have the board repositioned. Here comes the satisfying click. And click. Very nice. So now we have to reconnect these wires that were already here. Let's see. So luckily we just have to follow the bends to make sure that they're going back in the right spots. More satisfying clicks. Alright, now we have these new wires. So we have a 2-pin that goes into RDS power. I might have to do this with 2 hands. I'm going to aim to try to do it with 1. Let's just click that in with the screwdriver. Is that really in there? Apologies for my lousy camera work. Oops, that's what we don't want to do. So that must be in. Have the 4-pin here that goes into another RDS connector. And a 3-pin. I'm going to loop down, install in this final connector here. Make sure the keying is correct. Alright, we're in. So let's give this RDS board a test. Alright, without further ado, let's plug this in and see if we can get some RDS data decoded. Okay, let's give this a try. Hey, it works. Straight off the bat. Not sure what the presets are in this area. No, that works. Let's try tuning. Hey, works straight away. I love it. So this machine hasn't decoded RDS data in its life until today. So I love that. Now I'm going to be playing with this all afternoon. Neat stuff. Let's program some presets, and I'll do some more detailed recording. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up the video. This is pretty cool that everything works in a plug-and-play manner. I've set the presets, and yeah, now it's just time to put the back on and reinstall the system in its bracket. Thanks for watching.